Are you? I don't know how to... I have a rule about being constructive, so I can't ask any questions right now because all of the questions that I have right now are rhetorical and they end with the word idiot. Do you know what a rhetorical... No, of course you know what that is. You're an idiot. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but you're so stupid. You have no idea, and you're the only one who has no idea because guess why? Don't answer that, you'll get it wrong. Oh, so dumb. You're just a dumb little man who tries to destroy this school every minute. I am sorry.
Hello, and welcome to the video. Fuck, I messed up the intro already. Hello, everyone. I don't like the everyone. No, not doing it. Hey, bro. Welcome to the... Nope, not gonna work for that. Hey, everyone that is watching the... Okay, fuck, what am I gonna do for this intro? How's it going, everyone that is currently watching this video? Before the video starts, I gotta get some disclaimers out of the way. Number 1. This video is half a year in the making. I'm working with the carcass of an older video that I stripped and made shorter. This is mainly due to the very long GB News video I made. Go check that out, by the way. It's my longest video. I enjoyed making it, and I want to make more videos like it in the future. I've tried to use some newer videos, but I worked too hard to just abandon this video. If Acheeto provides proof of him rescinding any of the jokes discussed throughout this video, I will in turn rescind the arguments made against them. Number 2, as mentioned previously, this is a shorter version of that script, which was originally, by my estimation, around 2 hours long. I hope you can tell why I fucking scrapped it. I decided that going over all the research that I did was unnecessary for what is, as I've now realized, a relatively easy point to get across. 2.5, I have not made this video yet, so I don't know how long this video is. So if that statement's ironic, that's not my fault. 3, I don't make commentary videos. The closest I've come is my GB News video and part of the Call of Duty video. I'm trying out different formats, and if it doesn't work, I'm not gonna fucking try it again. 4, Acheeto makes commentary on controversial topics. Unless I explicitly defend a creator or talk about a situation, do not assume I'm defending or condemning an action. I'm not making sweeping statements about any situation. This is a video about Acheeto, not a video on Dream. 5, this video is not satire. I mean the insults I say, unless they're obviously hyperbolic. I also genuinely don't like Acheeto or the content he makes. However, that still doesn't validate straight up attacking a YouTuber and sending mean comments. I don't support that. Only I'm allowed to be a dickhead, not you. Number 3 is you don't want to know. Hello, Sir Never Give Up heads. I hope you're having a fine day? Or night, any time of the day, whatever the fucking time you're watching this. Hope you're having a good one of those. Today we're doing something a little different. There's no movie to review, no sitcom related antics, and no comedy. Not a single joke will be spoken in this video. That's how you get taken seriously, you joylessly criticize a comedy channel. Speaking of joyless, Acheeto is a rather generic gameplay commentary YouTuber. That's not meant as an insult. I don't care if you make generic content. Making low effort videos for money is not really my problem. Because then my problem would be with the majority of YouTube, and I feel like he would have to be pretty up his own ass to not agree. He doesn't really stand out from his contemporary commentary channels. That's right, we're diving into the genre of commentary. I hope I'm not stepping on any toes with this one. No, I reckon I'll be fine. You know, I'd say I'm pretty level-headed and calm in this video. You're like the Dunning-Kruger effect fucking personified. For the most part. He covers topics like YouTube drama, Twitch streamer drama, a lot of that vegan teacher, not so much anymore because I don't even think she's alive anymore. Quite a lot of Dream, and I mean a lot. He makes anti-cancel culture stuff. He's got into the habit of destroying SJW videos. I don't know when they came back into fashion, but I think it's ironic that a lot of this coincided with a deadly pandemic.
And I'm like, nah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in being straight. I don't believe it's possible to be straight.
Yeah, well, this one's gonna be really hard for you to hear. It actually turns out that you were created with the process of 2 straight people having intercourse.
This is what we're dealing with. Does he know what sarcasm is? I am pretty sure She knows that she was born from at least some variation of heterosexual sex. You know, I would be pretty fucking concerned if she didn't. You know, he'll destroy feminists. Even though he doesn't know how to spell the word correctly, he's still convinced he can destroy them. So basically, his content is making fun of people who he views as weird, which is fine. At the end of the day, I'm not your mother. I'm not trying to control what content you make. And that is also effectively what I'm doing with my video. I think the real problems that start to rear their ugly heads once you actually begin watching the content is his propensity to lie, his, for lack of a better word, shitty argumentative skills, and his all-around unlikability.
I went live on Twitch with a stream titled Rip Bozo, Jesus is Dead. This is just bigotry. I think I'm gonna sleep okay at night knowing that this guy's going to hell.
Make a little birdhouse in your soul. Marry the other by the light switch who watches over you. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. To find a point on it, say I'm the only bigger bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
Hey guys, and welcome to my new segment. I spilled my tea, and now have 4th degree burns all over my body. Today we're talking about another recent cancellation. This one comes in from the far off land of your home. That's right, today we're cancelling you. There's a lot of buzz online about you doing something very bad. It's so bad that I'm trying to get to the point in the video where I can say swears. Just wait a minute. Okay, that should be long enough. You're a moron. How could you be such a fucking idiot? You had one job, and you failed. That's right, you didn't subscribe to Sir Never Give Up, or hit the bell, or like the videos. Why have you done this? Your mother is worried about your sanity. Your non-existent sanity, that is. Because if you can't see the inherent value of subscribing to Sir Never Give Up, your life is over, my friend. Your mother is worried about you. Your father is worried about you. Your dog and cat are both worried about you. So please, stop being such a fucking moron and subscribe to subscribe to Sir Never Give Up's channel. Let's get this point out of the way as quickly as possible. Satire is not a scapegoat from valid criticism. Satire is a form of criticism. It is criticism through humor. If you label anything you do as satire that does not express your genuine opinion, then you're doing satire wrong. Even if you're saying the opposite of what you believe, if you're able to make it obvious you're supposed to not like the opinions, then that's satire. Acheeto's videos are satire, criticism through humor. However, Acheeto doesn't see it that way. Don't get me wrong, Acheeto does believe his videos are satire. In fact, all of his videos are satire. I partially agree with that sentiment. The same way a lot of my videos contain satirical elements. You know, when I was making fun of 3 AM videos or sitcoms, that was me satirizing them. I don't challenge the idea that these videos are satire, because that would be a pretty stupid thing to deny. But as the introduction to this segment probably gave away, Acheeto seems very confused about exactly what satire even means. Take his video on Emma Langevin. It's a pretty mean-spirited video and makes some fucking awful arguments that can barely even be considered coherent.
If you're new here, I'm Emma, the person, not the persona. Nice to meet you.
Call me nitpicky in the comments, but I just have to call this out. Everything she says is so intentional, dude. Like, she's saying, oh, it's nice to meet ya. So all the kids who play League of Legends all day feel like they've met someone new, especially a girl.
Ah, yes, the classic tactic that all female content creators use to manipulate their viewers. Greeting their audience. Before anyone says anything, no, I don't think this point is nitpicky. I think it's borderline psychotic. Really, Emma, you dumb bitch? Don't you know that greeting men makes them fall head over heels in love with you instantaneously? Fuck you, jailbait.
I just want to remind everyone that before anything else, I am a comedian. Whether I'm a good one or not is up for debate. If your friend or family member does something or says something racist, hold them accountable. If you want change, you have to be the one to start the conversation. Now is not the time to be passive.
Nah, guys, just your favorite satirical, lighthearted comedian. You know, nothing heavy here, nothing like that.
You're a comedian, Emma? Well then why are you sometimes serious? The tightest of airtight arguments.
In my opinion, the most underrated part of politics is the discussion behind it, and I know it is a huge part of my privilege to be able to say that.
Like, I get it when people want to voice their opinions on politics, okay? Because maybe just sometimes you're not the right person to speak on a certain issue. For example, I would feel very uncomfortable with Emma here talking about wealth distribution. No, it's not because I think she's an idiot or anything like that. She could be actually a genius, dude. She may know everything about the economy. It's because if you're watching her content, you're probably watching her content for whatever kind of content she makes. I don't know, maybe she talks about anime. You're not really scrolling through TikTok hoping she brings up economic policy. And similarly, you guys are not watching my videos right now because you want to hear my favorite flavor of cheese. You're probably here because you want a good laugh.
What a strange concept, not wanting someone's political opinion because they don't make political videos? Like, that makes no sense. How are you ever supposed to diversify your content if you're stuck in the same fucking box? Forced to make shitty videos? I don't know what she fucking makes. All I know is she sounds like a fucking robot when doing it.
In my last video, I mentioned that a lot of people come to ask me for advice. I know, I couldn't tell you why either.
Like, put some fucking inflection in your voice, Emma. No wonder you gave up after 8 videos in the TikTok compilation. You sucked at it. Sorry, that was really off topic. You could easily make an argument based on possible biases. I mean, Emma seems fairly well off. Look at how many godforsaken plushies she has. I doubt she's experienced much poverty in her life. So it would be harder for her to understand the life and struggles of impoverished people. That would still be a dog shit argument that would barely hold any water with anyone above the critical thinking capacity of a 12-year-old, but it's better than whatever the fuck you're talking about. I mean, by your logic, you couldn't express your libertarian views on a video about NNA Productions. That's not a joke, he actually did that.
From a libertarian perspective, I think that, if you have the freedom to do something, that's good.
I'm glad that Acheeto's understanding of libertarianism is freedom equals good. But even funnier than the arguments in the video is the comment left by Emma herself. Yeah, I've been very open that it's a character, Lamau. I might not be a good one, but do your research a little better. Lol. Fucking owned. Dude, I'm not being serious. It would be cooler if you didn't just respond to negative attention. Don't take everything up the ass, Emma. Just so you know, he hearted that last comment. If that doesn't scream insecurity, I'm not sure what fucking does. With how desperate he seems from a rather tame comment, I would love to see how he reacts to actual scathing criticism. But just beyond how funny that interaction was, you're very clearly being serious. I'm not sure who you think would believe that you weren't. And it would be cooler if you didn't just respond to negative attention. Like, what the fuck are you on about, mate? It's like if I said, Acheeto, could you try to be a little nicer in your videos? You could rightfully tell me to fuck off.
But it just so happens that 3 weeks ago, I ironically uploaded a parody apology video where I took playful jabs at other YouTubers.
Alright, let me just say this real quick because I can already see the kid named Dustin foaming out the mouth because I talked badly about his favorite e-girl. If Emma here is allowed to take playful jabs at other YouTubers, then I'm allowed to take a playful jab at her. Emma, if you're watching this, I don't hate you at all. It's just jokes.
Yeah, my favorite kind of joke video. The kind where you call someone out for lying about monetizing their video.
Before I say anything further, I want to let everyone know that at the moment, I do not make a dime off of social media.
Yeah, let me just stop you right there. That's just false. Literally, I was watching one of her videos before I made this one just to see if there's anything better to make a video on, and I got a lovely advertisement for, Jamal Bowman. So I hate to break it to you, Emma, but you actually are making money.
What a great joke. Regarding the I'm not being serious comment, you're someone who gets this angry at someone saying a YouTuber is annoying?
Carl Jacobs is so annoying. Who would watch this bozo anyway? Oh, he's annoying to you? Yeah, bro, I'm sure you're not annoying whatsoever. I'm sure when you walk into a room, the room just lights up and explodes with joy and happiness. I'm sure when you pull up to the function, everybody just stops what they're doing and asks if they can get your Snapchat. I'm sure all the baddies just want you to ready up for Fortnite duos with them, dude. Like, I know you're just a chick magnet, a people magnet, bro. Everybody loves you. In fact, I'm your biggest fan. As a matter of fact, bro, is there any chance you're dropping merch soon? Gotta make sure that I'm representing my squad and family, which is of course you, because, Carl sucks and he's super annoying and you are not.
And do you think people will believe that you aren't acting on your genuine beliefs? Again, there's nothing wrong with being genuine. Satire is spreading your opinions through humor. but the way Acheeto views it, satire is this vacuous term that just means I can do a mixture of being a dick and criticizing someone and then turn around and say it's a joke. By this point you must be saying, well, if he says he's not being serious, who cares? At this point it's clear he's just some uninspired hack who wants to say and do anything he wants without any nasty repercussions coming up and biting him on the ass. To anyone who believes I shouldn't criticize him, I say, stop. I'm allowed to criticize him for not knowing what satire means, especially seeing as he frequently criticizes satire as if it were serious. Take this guy, Tanner713_Rublox. Acheeto thinks someone with this banner, noob over here, that's pointing at his name, even a 6-year-old would probably notice that, and makes the same video over and over again where he walks around in Roblox talking about how much he hates popular creators. He thinks this person is serious, despite numerous people in the comments of Tanner's videos pointing out that it's satire. I don't think it's good satire. If you're being satirical, I think you should make it explicit, or else it's pretty useless as criticism and just ends up being a shittier version of what you're criticizing, therefore adding to the problem rather than actually making a point. When someone describes someone having the ability to walk as being walkative and says that it's offensive to disabled people, that's almost too obvious. It's such an over-exaggerated caricature of SJWs that it's honestly embarrassing that you didn't get it, Acheeto. And this isn't the only example.
How did dinosaurs exist millions of years ago? Bruh, the Earth only 2021 years old. Okay, wow.
Like, I'm not sure who you think you're fooling, Acheeto. It very clearly says #comedy in the corner. We're not blind. We can see the fucking thing you're showing.
As you can see, I'm utilizing this new free software called Google in order to do a basic search. The Earth is not 2021 years old, it's 4 billion years old, so good try.
Oh, thank you, Acheeto, for clearing up that this jokingly incorrect statement was in fact incorrect. Really great content, I'm loving the satire.
Why was there low-key a pandemic? That's because there was a straight-up global pandemic.
Like, it's so clearly a joke. You did a better job this time. You covered up the bottom of the TikTok. Oh no, wait, you didn't. You just stole this from fucking Gen Z moments on Twitter. I mean, points for trying, I guess. So does he understand that it's a joke? Like, I mean, it's not much better than not understanding. I just don't get the motivation to lie, no matter how much money I'd get from these videos. I feel like pretending to be angry at screenshots of TikToks would be so unfulfilling. I just don't get it.
Riddle me this. If males are stronger than women, why do the male characters in video games need full plate body armor, while the women only need chainmail bikini?
Wait, what? You're trying to prove that women are stronger than men in real life, and in order to prove that point, you turn to a video game?
Okay, you can fuck off with that. It's so obvious what she's saying. It's a criticism of female objectification in video games. By satire, does he mean he's acting like a moron on purpose? You would have to be a moron or pretending to be a moron to not get the point of the video. Like, what a baffling channel. But you know, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get back to the satire.
Jay Schlatt and his group has a certain sense of humor, a more edgy sense of humor, which means sometimes they try to, I guess, push boundaries with jokes, which I hate saying that because that means that, like, oh wow, you can't say that, which is like, I get to some extent, you just want, you just don't want to say certain things. Like, obviously, if there was a very recent tragedy and then like 2 hours later you make a joke about it, that's just distasteful, right?
You know, I hate this almost religious view of jokes. They're not these untouchable concepts, especially when your humor is nobody likes you and your parents are divorced.
I love when cancel culture does the what if stuff, like, oh yeah, what if they were non-binary? Okay, like, what if your parents were still together? What if people liked you? What if you weren't such a nuisance to society? What if you stopped talking?
You know, I think that's mean. Is that me canceling you? Oh, actually, apparently it is, because Acheeto calls even the tiniest bit of criticism canceling. Remember Emma Langevin? Yeah, well, I didn't tell you the full story. Guess how Acheeto followed this up? Apart from absolutely seething in the comments, he posted a video titled, "The fake Jersey e-girl tries to cancel me." Yep. A single fucking comment is considered cancelling. Lying is uncharitable. I'm not going to pretend he's even smart enough to lie about this stuff so effectively. Okay, I'll stop insulting his intelligence. Name one good critic who just constantly calls the other person stupid. Acheeto's lies go beyond weird clickbait titles like "The Fake Jersey E-Girl Tries to Cancel Me." That's right, that title was fake. He only mentions the comment once in passing, so the title is effectively a lie. Even worse, it's a fucking awful video. It's just him watching a TikTok compilation.
I don't understand the people who leave hate comments and then delete them when I reply to them. Like what? Are you scared of a 5'2" white girl over the internet? You sure had a lot to say 5 minutes ago, buddy. Don't be shy, put some more. Don't be shy, put some more.
Wait, is she being serious right now? Do I actually have to explain this to her? Okay. Okay, Emma, nobody, and I mean nobody, is afraid of you.
Dude, I'm not being serious. You know, it would be cooler if you didn't just respond to negative attention. Yeah, no one could ever be scared of little old Emma, am I right, Acheeto?
Yeah, so I made a video kind of exposing her for lying about a couple things, like, 3 months ago.
Oh, it was an exposed video. I thought it was a joke. I thought you were joking about this. Jeez, it's so crazy that I got that mixed up. I wonder where I got the idea that you were joking from. Or videos like, "That vegan teacher roasted me," a video in which that vegan teacher does not mention him once. His lies are him just straight up leaving out important context. Whether maliciously or not, I don't think I'll ever be able to tell, and I doubt he'd admit to fucking either of them. Take the video, Wilbur Soot cancelled over nothing. You know, this video is covering a 28 tweet thread about the YouTuber Wilbur Soot.
You made a 28 tweet long thread and you can't think of anything that's a better use of your time than that. Half an hour. You know, God forbid you would have used that time to do anything remotely productive. How would your mom feel if she saw what you were doing? How would your mom feel if she came into your room and saw that you were typing up a thread of tweets? 28 tweets, okay? Hey, sweetie, what are you doing on Twitter? Why do you have 28 tweets in one thread? Oh, silly you, Mom. You seem to have forgotten that you've raised a complete loser who spends their time on Twitter trying to cancel celebrities.
Don't worry, guys. He's not being serious. This is satire, just like every other one of his videos. You see the part where he sounds like he's on the verge of tears? That's a joke. He's pretending to get angry for a joke.
With all of that into consideration, I want you to actually say to yourself that Wilbur Soot drama on Twitter is worth your time, that making a thread on Wilbur Soot is seriously what you want to be doing with your time. You made a 28 tweet long thread and you can't think of—
But it's not a 28 tweet thread about YouTuber Wilbur Soot. It's actually a 28 tweet thread about 4 YouTubers. Okay, it sounded more impactful in my head. Alright, that's not all. The thread he is referencing is not an original thread. It's based on another thread. The reason why? Well, as it states within the very thread he's reading, the other one was clearly antagonistic in certain places. He mentions it being 28 tweets, but for some reason only shows 2.
Content warning, anti-Semitism, racism, and R-slur. Anyways, the thread says, first, Wilbur. I'm aware he's apologized for some of the lyrics and changed them, so I won't be including those in this thread. Here's the apology.
Only one of which is about Wilbur. And in the original thread, there's more than one about Wilbur, so I don't understand why he only shows 2. Also, it's quite uncharitable to call it cancelling when the author says in the thread, this is an informational thread to allow people to have context for conversations that are going on. It is devoid of any personal opinions for this reason, and I have said multiple times, I'm not trying to cancel anyone. You don't have to believe the author, of course, that would be unreasonable, but you could at least try and rebuke the claim rather than not mentioning it at all. There's no way you didn't see it. You know, it kind of makes you seem dishonest for not talking about it.
You can clearly see that this thread was made after Wilbur Sut even addressed this on his stream, so the point of this thread, I can't say I know, I can't say that even the most intelligent person would be able to figure out why this thread was made.
So what you're saying here is that I'm smarter than the smartest person in the world, and all I had to do was read the first tweet in a thread of tweets, and not leave it out purposefully to strengthen my argument. On top of this, Acheeto calls the thread hate multiple times for criticizing Wilbur.
They literally just call him anti-Semitic. That's not criticism, that's just blatant, just blind name-calling and blind hate. But making a thread like this person had made just to end Wilbur Sut's career or to, I don't know, man, try to get him some backlash is just hate.
When it isn't criticizing him, it says so in the tweet he reads in the video. It's an unbiased thread, and that explains why they chose to show him apologizing. Because they're not trying to cancel him. You left out a vital piece of the thread, seemingly on purpose, because what other explanation is there? I refuse to believe you didn't read the thread before making a video on it. The only explanation is you did it to make the thread look worse and make less sense. Of course the decision to leave the apology in the thread doesn't make sense, because you're leaving out the most important caveat of the whole fucking thread. What else is mentioned in this thread of hate? Well, there's another tweet about a YouTuber called Technoblade. He made a tweet making light of the death of George Floyd 5 days after he died, which by your own standards, Acheeto, is going too far for a joke.
Things. Like, obviously, if there was a very recent tragedy and then like 2 hours later you make a joke about it, that's just distasteful, right?
What's my point here? Well, it's that Acheeto had plenty of ammunition already. He didn't need to lie. There's content in this thread that can be explored and debated. It's an interesting thread if you care about this sort of boring YouTube drama. It could be used in a multitude of different contexts. You could even make a video similar to what you yourself made, Acheeto, if you were willing to discuss the thread on an even playing field. Or how about the time you said a guy who actively hates on Dream is a massive Dream fan with no evidence?
And it's confusing why people are roasting him for like 2 reasons. Obviously, the first reason is like, well, you know, you're a fan of this guy, why would you be so mean to him? A prime example would be a tweet like this that says, can we discuss how he catfished 20 million people into believing that he's some cute ripped twink while he looks like this IRL? Yes, this is a picture of Dream. Yes, he uses his brother as a body double for merch pics. Bro, this has 11,000 likes on this.
Sure doesn't look that way when I look at all these tweets. He actually doesn't seem to like Dream very much, but I guess that's just my opinion. And again, I return to the question, why lie? I've already said that it couldn't be for money. Acheeto makes substanceless videos all the time, ones in which it isn't required for him to lie. I mean, one of his most popular videos is Jelly Bean is Beyond Cringe, which I hardly believe is an intellectual takedown. Another reason could be that he thinks it makes him look smart. I mean, who doesn't want to look smart? You think I would make these hour-long videos if I didn't want people to think I'm smart? Listen, I'm a socially inept weirdo. The only place I can look smart is on the internet or in English class. But who's impressed by this? Who thinks Acheeto's videos are smart? That he's owning anyone? He's making the most basic arguments against straw-manned positions. Anyone could argue against these points. Yeah, using video games as a way to understand biology is not a very logical or sane thing to do. I mean, Mario grows fucking double his height when eating a mushroom. You know, a video I absolutely love is Jaden Animation Doesn't Deserve This. Not animations, just a singular animation. She only has fucking one of them.
She's also been receiving massive amounts of hate recently.
Remember that term, recent. This is a recent event.
Any which way, my friend sent me this video today titled Jaden Animations is Racist and Offensive.
I wonder why he isn't showing the title or thumbnail. Maybe it's because the YouTuber he's talking about uploads videos like racist white supremacist emojis need to be banned. Top 10 reasons why you should convert to Islam. White emoji speedrun, right beside the Islam video. Do not subscribe to PewDiePie at 3 a.m. Scary. Saying Merry Christmas is racist. Top 10 Jaden Animations, Rule 34 artworks. Did Fortnite predict World War III? All, obviously, jokes.
Frankly, Mr. Woozy Boy, I'm not a big fan of your review so far. I gotta say, it's a little bit cringe. Actually, highly cringe.
You know what's really cringe? falling for an obvious troll's joke. And before I get some Acheeto white knight in the comments saying, "Sir, never give up. He's just trying to get the bag. He's trying to feed his family. So what if he has to make up topics in order to get paid for his job?" You criticizing him like this is so uncool. I've got one question for you if you believe people are justified in lying for money. Am I allowed to lie? Instead of making this video, can I just lie about the contents of Acheeto's videos and present him in any way I want? Like if I were to watch this clip.
Hi, it's Woozy Boy, your favorite YouTube reviewer. This YouTuber is just so offensive. Of course, you may have already guessed, I'm talking about Jaden Animations.
Well, I'll tell you for sure, I certainly did not guess Jaden Animations.
And say, wow, Acheeto is really dense. He read the title and watched the only 2 screenshots shown in the video and couldn't tell it was about Jaden Animation? What a fucking idiot. Is that okay? Am I just allowed to not understand Acheeto's point there and misrepresent what he's saying? And if the answer is no, then why can Acheeto do it? Why is he justified? No matter how many "don't harass" messages you put on a commentary video, people will still get harassed. So maybe the topic of your video should be predicated on portraying someone truthfully instead of strawmanning them into fucking oblivion. I think the constant clickbait is alright, honestly I don't care. When it comes to flat out misrepresenting people for no reason, let's be honest, it's not that hard to find stupid people on the internet. I mean, I found you. Shit! I broke my promise. If you look into practically anything Acheeto has made videos about, I guarantee you he's lied at least once. In the original draft of this video, I covered 34 videos. Not in their entirety, but looking into anything he covers will most likely dredge up something untrue. You know, I remember I saw a video by him where he covered an article about the Odd Ones Out. He didn't mention the weird stock photos that litter the article, giving it a far more non-serious, jokey tone than what Acheeto wishes to present within this video. Almost like he didn't want to show that either this article was a joke or was written by someone who had no idea what they were talking about. Did you notice anything about this image? It's the exact same OK symbol as the others, just flipped upright when you compare it to his other 2 drawings. This is also the most prominent because he feels he can get away with it since kids don't know what they're looking at and parents are working hard with less pay and less time that they can invest into their kids unless they're literally part of the upper middle class. Sorry, I've just gotten word that they are now the new middle class, which means that those in the middle class are now poor and those who are once poor are now living on the streets. The exact market for a YouTuber like fucking the Odd One Out to be his target audience. What the fuck did I just read? That's not even mentioning the caption of the photo. He's just found out that all of his students watch The Odd Ones Out, and he doesn't know how to stop them before they become racist. Also, we just learned he'll never pay off his student loans, so it's a really bad day for him. Acheeto wants you to believe this is serious journalism, because it makes the video seem more important and as if it is fighting against the mainstream. The article is basically incomprehensible gibberish from some fucking online publishing company that doesn't require any form of journalistic training to post on. He fails to mention any of this within the video. It's like effectively a Twitter thread from an account with 1 follower. This is possibly the lowest hanging fruit I've ever seen targeted by a YouTuber. It's like being proud of beating a toddler in an arm wrestle. He went out of his way to delegitimize an article. And I just find that fascinating. Okay, let's get into the mind of Acheeto. He's just been sent a channel, and reasonably, he checks other videos on the channel. I know if I was making a video about Jaden Animation, and saw a video titled, Top 10 Jaden Animations, Rule 34 Artworks, I would be frothing at the mouth, and would click. I'd click the shit out of that fucking link. Again, this is only an assumption based on what I would do in this situation. What would I be met with if I did that? The answer is a video of Peter Griffin dancing with a Quagmire mask on.
Bright copper kettles and warm woolen...
Yeah, I'm gonna bet Acheeto knew he was making a video on a joke channel and just didn't care. Also, bringing it back to the recent point, when the video was originally released, this Jaden animation video was 2 years old. You know, I think me and Acheeto might have different definitions of the word recent. One final video I love, and it's not entirely relevant to the point, but I couldn't find a better place to put it, is Acheeto's Content Cop on Dream. Using a reference to Content Cop is ironic. The thing that I particularly like about iDubbbz's Content Cop series is that he treats each video like an actual police case. He presents evidence in the form of clips or screenshots.
But here's some clips of Tana saying that context isn't important.
It doesn't matter the context that you say it in, it's still racist.
It doesn't matter the context you say it in, it's still racist. Listen up, teachers of America. If you've ever read aloud Huckleberry Finn to your students, you've engaged in an act of racism.
And even though it's a rather silly premise, which he embraces pretty well, it still dished out hard-hitting criticism to the subjects of the video.
If you really want to be this social activist character and you really want to be known for that, then go out in the streets and march with feminists and take off your shirt and write "free the nipple" on your chest and do shit like that. Because I feel as if that's sort of the impact you want to put out there on society. But if it's not, and you just want to continue being a basic bitch, then just say at the beginning of each of your videos, "I'm spreading the message of equality."
They're interesting, if not a little dated. There's a reason their influence has stuck around so long. They're just solid commentary videos. This video is the video equivalent of a portmanteau, vaguely mixing what would be considered minor points in a Content Cop video and Acheeto's regular video style. No evidence is provided, unless you call a picture of Dream's merch evidence.
This is honestly just disrespectful to anybody who's ever wanted to be an artist. I mean, this is actually sad to look at.
It's an 8-minute long video where he plays Minecraft and shows like 2 screenshots, neither of which are particularly relevant to the subject at hand. Oh, I wonder how he's gonna justify him being a stan savior.
Like, it's really easy for you and I to say, you know, hey, stan culture, not the best. Obsessing over somebody who has no clue who you are, not the best. But Dream, no. He's literally just gonna feed his fans exactly what they want to hear just because he thinks that they're gonna buy more merch.
Oh, because he doesn't treat his fans like shit? What do you expect him to do? Call them Twitter degenerates?
Twitter degenerates?
I would love to see where Acheeto learned how to cultivate a fan base. Apparently you call them degenerates and say they're all toxic when one of them says something out of pocket.
He will not be doing that, okay? He will be absolutely supporting stan culture just because he wants to sell some more fucking merchandise. Am I right, guys? More merch?
He sounds so mad. You know, I thought this was just to simply poke fun at famous creators. This is more like punching fun at a famous creator. That pun took me 6 hours to come up with. I think this is a problem that commentary channels like Acheeto fall into. When they talk about a topic so much, they don't think they need to show evidence for any of their claims. In Acheeto's mind, saying that Dream comments on smaller YouTubers' videos is a reference that makes sense.
Like, this dude is genuinely so committed to defending his diehard stans that he, you know, a 14 million subscriber YouTube channel, will comment on small commentary YouTube channels, pretty much calling their videos that call out stan culture really bad, and they don't represent the entire stan base.
But for someone who doesn't religiously keep up with Dream and his stans, it is an incomprehensible statement. Listen, I don't doubt that there is evidence, but I'd love to see it. There's also the point that a bad argument isn't necessarily an argument that makes no sense or is wrong. It can be an argument that you feel the need to repeat over and over again. Really, if an argument holds water, you don't need to repeat it every single fucking video. If stans and cancel culture are as bad as you say, why do I need a bunch of fucking videos that barely stray from the same basic formula? On a side note, Acheeto, your Dream playlist is slightly out of date. It's not actually 7 videos. That's a little too reasonable. It's more in the ballpark of around 55 videos. That's a tiny bit obsessive, but pop off. Yes, I know I said I'd stop calling him stupid, but it's hard to think of other insults, okay? To end this video, I'd like to do a little case study. What happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force, otherwise known as Acheeto trying to criticize that vegan teacher. If you want a breakdown of who that vegan teacher is, leave the video and watch a video that can actually explain this shit. I'm not up to date with that vegan teacher lore. I'm not going to recap some of the questionable things she's done. Pretty sure I heard something about her being racist. Can't really remember though. Point is, she's a bad person. I just remember this like third-hand recollection of hearing something about her being racist. Like, I don't need evidence for her being racist. I fucking heard it once in a fucking magazine. But yeah, to restate earlier, I'm not condoning any of the actions taken by that vegan teacher. I'm simply defending the arguments made by that vegan teacher. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. I'm not a vegan. You know, I just love Mr. Beast burgers too much. That reference made sense in the original script for this video. I forgot to remove the joke, and now I'm too far gone to change it. Just imagine it's a clever callback joke and we'll leave it as it is. But that doesn't mean I can't defend the arguments of veganism, while also ignoring them because I have accepted that I'm a piece of shit. Is that better or worse than being unself-aware? When Acheeto makes a video on that vegan teacher, he can get a solid 1 or at a push 2 comprehensible arguments in before just devolving into making meat jokes and jokes about how she's a vegan.
Speciesism is a disease. Humans are a disease on this planet. We need to grow hearts. We need to start giving a shit. Don't eat fish. Don't steal eggs from chickens.
Wow, Mr. McClure, I was a grade A moron to ever question eating meat.
Yes, you were, Jimmy. Yes, you were.
You're hurting me.
Oh, and just because they're comprehensible, that doesn't mean they're good.
You know, when you're first vegan, you start to meet other vegans. The first thing you think is, oh, thank God, somebody who understands me. And you're super happy about it.
I mean, to be honest, right, if I was really stupid and I walked into a room with people equally as stupid as me, I'd be kind of hyped. So I guess I understand her mentality with that. I'm not saying just because something is unpopular that it's inherently bad or that it's inherently stupid, but you gotta question at some point when you're actually rejoicing when you meet people who agree with you on certain things. You have to wonder, why is it so hard to meet people who agree with me on these things in the first place? Is my opinion perhaps stupid? But on veganism, right, and like flat earthers are the same thing, where if not enough people are agreeing with your mentality and you're freaking out and literally having joy-based panic attacks, every time you meet somebody who remotely agrees with your message, maybe your message is brain dead.
Bad argument alert, bad argument alert. First, I've got to ask Acheeto if he can name every person he's ever met's favorite thing. If I was a fan of Mario, there are very few contexts in which I would be able to meet someone who also enjoyed Mario, unless I brought it up or they brought it up. I could infer someone liked Mario if I saw them wearing a Mario t-shirt, or they were at a Mario-themed convention, or if they were at a shop buying Mario things. It's fairly similar with vegans. How many contexts can you discover that somebody is a vegan? At a restaurant? At a supermarket? Like a couple other places? And if you get excited about meeting someone who has the same interest as you, that doesn't mean that your belief is as illogical as flat fucking Earth. Because veganism has science backing it. Flat Earth does not. Flat Earth has fucking nothing. What a baffling argument. And just because an idea isn't widely accepted doesn't mean it's wrong. Acheeto is one of the only people I've ever seen make content that criticizes vegans that seems to think veganism is an inherently bad idea that is illogical. It's never outright said, but it can be very easily inferred from a lot of these videos that he holds a very weird contempt for veganism as a concept.
But at the same time, it's still like, bro, you are stupid.
For some reason, Acheeto seems to like arguing from the perspective of the status quo.
This is what the patriarchy looks like. Men, women.
Oh yeah, man, that's some irrefutable evidence right there. When you put one hand above the other, like that's just, like I can't argue with facts like that. Yeah, I mean, like why would you research an actual source to prove your point when you can just do that thing with your hands? Like, yeah.
Isn't it ironic that he wants a video to provide sources and evidence on an app where videos are typically like a minute long and most likely filmed and uploaded from your phone?
Now, a lot of men seem to think that when women try to build ourselves up and say we want more rights, they think that instead of doing this, we're doing this. They seem to think we're taking rights away from men. Really shows your oppressive nature and the fact that you don't think we deserve everything that you have. So, do you want to keep it to yourself? You aren't losing anything by us gaining something.
I mean, bro, like, what don't you have? You have this, like, vibrant colored hair. You have a TikTok account where you can post whatever you want to it. I'm willing to bet you're financially stable. Like, what else do you want, dog? Like, bro, I'm sorry, but, like, why is everybody so ungrateful? I'm so grateful to have, like, even a meal on my plate every night. I'm grateful to have a platform that I know when I say something, there's gonna be at least a couple people that hear what I have to say. It's great. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. You should be grateful. What a load of horseshit. Such an unbelievably brain-dead take. Surely no social change could ever happen if we ran by this logic. It's impossible to argue against this point. But yeah, I guess women nowadays have better lives than women in the early 1900s. I never understood that Martin Luther King guy. Why'd he try to gain civil rights for black people? I mean, they should have been grateful they weren't enslaved. I know it's not a one-to-one comparison. If you say I'm comparing these 2 points, I'm going to murder your entire family.
I mean, there's a reason why that vegan teacher has never had a guest frog on her show to vouch for themselves, right? Because they can't. And that's one of her main points as to why people should be vegans. Oh yeah, the animals, they can't fight for themselves. Yeah, it's because they're not as advanced as humans, and they're not, like, as developed as humans. Obviously, they can't fight for themselves because they're weak.
They're weak. So they deserve to be mass culled in slaughterhouses. Why are you not convinced? I'm making so many great points.
Wearing wool hurts sheep.
Is that even true? Like, straight up, I didn't even know that, bro. Like, I mean, that might be true that, like, shearing sheep hurts them or whatever and wearing wool hurts them, but, like, does it? I mean, bro, like, I know that every time I've gotten a haircut, I don't really, like, get hurt, so, I mean, I feel like if you're just snipping off some wool of a sheep and turning that into a new coat, does that actually hurt them? I mean, I don't know why I'm asking that question as if I care what the answer is. Like, either which way, I'm still gonna wear wool-based products. I just want to know if this is just straight-up misinformation.
Okay, well, at least he's fucking honest. But regarding whether it's misinformation, the simple answer is no, because having somebody cut your head is wildly different than having someone cut your whole fucking body. And also, humans usually consent to getting their hair cut. I'm sure a haircut would hurt if I was struggling the whole time and someone had to pin me down to get me to stop struggling. You could have checked that yourself, but you don't care. And that's a great attitude to have for a fucking takedown video. Dickhead.
Listen, if frogs could talk and do everything that humans could do to the same level that humans can do it, if not better than humans, then I would say, yeah, discriminating against frogs is kind of weird. But, frogs, they're useless.
Ecologists would disagree. I mean, even just tadpoles clean out water and... You know what? What's the fucking point? How do you engage with this opinion? Frogs are not useless, you fucking stupid, moronic, idiot, fucking child. Yeah, I've completely given up on not calling him stupid. Look down on me if you want. He doesn't care, and he's too stupid to hide it. Do you want it explained? Here's an explanation for fucking 5-year-olds. Bird eats frog. Frog eats fly. If frog disappears, bird dies of starvation, and fly multiplies. Only a slight amount of critical thinking is required to understand the fucking food chain. I mean, what kind of idiot loses an argument to that vegan teacher? An old woman who was used as the internet's punching bag for like months. And you, a commentary channel whose harshest critic said you should research your topics a little better. Acheeto, you couldn't even muster one coherent point against her without just making a bunch of fucking meat jokes. You're like the Dunning-Kruger effect fucking persona. I could go on, like about the absolutely hypocritical video he made on Tommy Innit.
Now, another reason why this situation upset me so much and why I was so bothered about what happened,
He says he's upset. What could Tommy have possibly done? Murdered a child?
KSI, obviously a very popular YouTuber who also dabbles in music, was tweeting out his condolences. He tweeted, "Rest in peace DMX," and Tommy Innit. Unfortunately, the day that DMX died was also Tommy Innit's birthday, and I don't know if this was a copy pasta or if he actually typed this out, but underneath KSI's "Rest in peace DMX" tweet, Tommy Innit replied, "KSI, it's my 17th birthday. I think it's time for you to give me an Instagram shout out."
Oh, he asked KSI for a shout out on an RIP post? I mean, he's obviously incapable of understanding it's a joke. It's an out-of-pocket comment on purpose. Like, I understand why it's disrespectful to tell that sort of joke, but it just doesn't fit with Acheeto's views on how jokes work.
Jay Schlatt and his group has a certain sense of humor, a more edgy sense of humor, which means sometimes they try to, I guess, push boundaries with jokes, which I hate saying that because that means that, like, oh wow, you can't say that, which is like, I get to some extent, you just want, you just don't want to say certain things. Like, obviously, if there was a very recent tragedy and then like 2 hours later you make a joke about it, that's just distasteful, right?
Ignore the frankly strange caveat that recent tragedies are for some reason an exception, because in what fucked up worldview does that make sense? Why are you allowed to joke about anything but suddenly death? That's way too far. It's like, death is the one thing that is guaranteed to happen to every human being. It's like, what? Why am I not allowed to joke about it? Why am I allowed to make racist jokes, homophobic jokes, sexist jokes, but I'm not allowed to joke about somebody fucking dying? Oh my god. Sorry. Fuck's sake. Acheeto even changed his stance later.
It was attempting to get to the heart of the fact that a lot of people have a hard time understanding when Sam is joking or not, because he's someone who makes a lot of controversial statements and jokes about tragedies and whatever else, sort of for shock value.
Yes, and the point that I was making was that I don't know why iDubbbz was acting so weirded out that somebody would make an edgy joke, like...
He just considers making jokes about recent tragedies edgy now. Also, thanks Acheeto for forcing me to watch Turkey Tom for this video. If you don't know who Turkey Tom is, on a good day, he's a perfectly average, inoffensive commentary channel. On a bad day, he's worse than Acheeto.
This tweet was deleted almost instantly. I think under 2 minutes, Tommy Innit realized that he absolutely screwed up.
So this tweet was deleted. It was a lapse in judgment, stricken from the internet so quickly you couldn't even get a fucking screenshot of it. Why are you angry? To be clear, what Tommy Innit did was shitty. I'm not defending him. I barely know who he is. He's friends with Connor Eats Pants. That's the closest emotional connection I have to him. I just feel like it's such an arbitrary line to draw. It's the most obvious sign of an inconsistent worldview. What is the tangible difference between changing your username to ILynchBlacks and making a joke about someone dying that makes one fine and the other unacceptable? I'm not even gonna elaborate on the ILynchBlacks thing, because that's how you make commentary videos. You just drop an active grenade into the viewer's lap, and then watch them fucking squirm, and then after about 10 seconds, it doesn't even fucking go off. That's how you make a commentary video. I wonder how many YouTubers like edit their script while they're making the video. It's like, I don't upload for months at a time, and when I do upload, the content is me editing the script while I'm working on it. It's like, you're so unorganized. But anyway, what is this Tommy Innit video? It's performative anger. He's not angry at Tommy Innit. He doesn't care what Tommy Innit does. To see what I mean, let's examine the context in which the Tommy Innit video was uploaded. It was a regular time for him, you know, Dream, Call Me Carson, Mr. Beast, just same old, same old. But there's an anomaly here. The Tommy Innit video. It's not an anomaly because it's one of the only times Acheeto has made a video criticizing a big creator that wasn't Dream or a woman. That's a facetious joke, by the way. I don't want to get held accountable for the fucking pot of active fireworks I just opened. It's an anomaly in the sense that it's Acheeto going up on his soapbox. You can't joke about a recently deceased man, which I agree with. You shouldn't. It's pretty mean and not even a funny joke at all. But then he uploads the Wilbur Soot video, a video where he blatantly lies about a series of tweets and also ignores someone making a joke about the recent death of a man, which can also be counted as a tragedy because that man's death sparked a series of BLM protests throughout America. Then, almost like a cherry on top, he uploads the video where he says the comment about recent tragedies. It's performance. He doesn't care about what Tommy Innit said. He doesn't believe the thing he said about recent tragedies. Each video is its own self-contained, insert overused George Orwell reference here. Oh my god, I knew I was forgetting something. Fuck, man, I forgot to put the fucking reference in the script. Fuck. Acheeto's videos exist only to exist. They're like Vagrants in Dark Souls. If there is a point, it's lost on me. I don't even think performative anger covers it. I mean, my anger can be considered performative. Surprisingly enough, Acheeto's That Vegan Teacher videos don't keep me up at night. At the end of the day, they're meaningless. It's why it's so hard to call it lying. I can't tell if he's malicious, ignorant, or careless. He's impossible to pin down. 1 week, he's friends with Turkey Tom and got him on his channel.
Anyway, my friend Tom Dark is gonna hop on this video and pretty much expose every single bad thing that Hassan has done.
The next week, he's describing him like he wasn't featured on his channel half a year ago.
Now, somebody who actually really disagreed with my observation is another YouTuber by the name of Tom Dark. You might know him as Turkey Tom. He's a cool guy, another commentary channel.
Are you guys even friends? Tom talks about the collab at the end of the video like it's a fucking sponsor.
Also, this video was made because of Acheeto. He's another commentary channel. I'm going to be doing a collab with him on his channel soon, so be sure to check that out.
Did you pay Turkey Tom to make a shitty video about the Twitch streamer Hassan Abi? I'm baffled. Thank you to our generous benefactor, Acheeto, for making this video possible. It's like, what the fuck? You know, I guess I fell for it, really. Congrats, Acheeto. You fucking got me. That's depressing. The only conclusion I can muster up is, Acheeto's a liar who's not very good at lying. I guess I could say he's got an annoying voice, but that's sort of subjective. I know how to make a conclusion. As far as my philosophy goes, script writing is centered around having as many things be recurring as possible. I'm not a big fan of leaving ideas one and done because returning back to and expanding on ideas makes the video seem more coherent and gives the viewer a feeling as if the video's narrative is progressing. So I guess I gotta answer the ultimate question. Why lie? It can't be for money or to seem intelligent, so like, what is it? As I've said in this video, Acheeto's videos are effectively self-contained. They're very similar videos with no noticeable improvement, but also no noticeable deterioration. So I guess the answer really just is, he's stupid. I know it's way too easy and simple. I just don't think he realizes that he's lying. I think he gets these videos and tweets sent to him and says, fucking SJW suck, and then he just doesn't think about it beyond there. What a dry way to end a video. Last video I spoke about a news corporation selling destructive and dishonest propaganda. This video I'm talking about a guy who thinks saying someone is 20 years old means anything in an argument. Like, you're 17, mate. It's a fucking minuscule difference. I'm 17, by the way, just so you're aware, Acheeto. This fucking you're a grown adult shit isn't going to work on me. We're basically the same fucking age, so good luck thinking of a second argument. Hey guys, I guess uploading every quarter is now my thing, but I have a much better excuse this time. I've been drowning in exam prep, I've been making a short film for school, I became addicted to Elden Ring, The Office, and Community, so my productivity levels dropped off the side of a fucking cliff. I wasn't kidding at the beginning of the video when I said I started working on this video 6 months ago. In fact, that was recorded back in January, and at the time, 6 months was an estimate. It was actually around June that I started writing the script for this video. So 7 months from January. It's been a couple more months now. It's almost been a year since I've been working on this video. Turns out in the time I've been working on this, Acheeto got in some pretty hot water. I'm not going to talk about the Weast video, because you can tell why it's a bad video. It's fucking hilarious. He's plainly hypocritical.
This is not edgy humor. This is just bigotry.
And the way he tried to weasel out of the drama later on is so fucking funny. That Weast video is 10 times funnier than any of the videos I showed here, and probably would have been a better example over the Tommy Innit video. I don't want people to think I'm just making this as some sort of drama-hungry, like, commentary video. I mean, it's a pleasant coincidence, but I really don't get off on this sort of monster of the week style commentary video. I'm not trying to make myself sound superior, it's just not my kind of content. On a similar note, I need to point out one response from a YouTuber called Harley TBS. The video is like, it's alright. I guess it's vaguely neutral, which I have a problem with. Acheeto is in the wrong, 100%. I'm not even gonna supplement it with a little extra. Weast was also in the wrong.
I don't support Weast in any capacity. I genuinely think that he's made mistakes in this situation, and I'm not going to pretend to defend his actions.
Because unlike the Tommy Innit video, where there is some wiggle room to be neutral, because like Tommy Innit, what he said was fucked up, and like I don't support that. I just find it fucking funny that Acheeto doesn't support it either. For the Weast video, there is just no justification I can think of. Acheeto thought what was effectively someone saying, haha, Jesus is dead, lol.
And the original stream title was actually a lot worse. I think it was like, Jesus is fake, rip bozo or something.
Was a bigoted statement. Like, it's fucking complete horseshit. Fuck, I'm talking about it now. Never mind. What really stood out to me in the Harley TBS video was this line.
If you can't say God isn't real on a stream without receiving backlash and deserving to be cancelled according to Acheeto, why is it acceptable to go on a person who's non-binary stream and tell them it isn't a real thing? My point isn't that Acheeto holds any kind of bigoted view, because I think that most of Acheeto's misunderstanding is based on a lack of education.
See, even they agree Acheeto is fucking stupid. I haven't done a movie review in a while. I've got some cooking, but I'm bogged down by like exams and shit. I wanted to talk about that movie Belfast and its 6 Oscar nominations. But yeah, that's a video for another day. I hope you enjoyed this video.
To prove your dedication to the Democratic Order of Planets, hit the like button and the subscribe button. For maximum effectiveness on your subscribe button, I would appreciate it if you hit the bell on the way out. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Whoa, that was crazy. The Galactic Order of... what were they called? Well, whatever they were, they just invaded my video, so my video must be really important. Now, normally I wouldn't condone listening to shady governmental institutes, but I feel like these ones can be trusted. Bye. Have a good day. How do you end videos? Subscribe. No, I've already said that. That was... oh, wait, no, I didn't say that. That was the Galactic Federation of fucking orders behind planets doing stuff. Yes.
My baby's always dancing. Wouldn't be a bad thing. I don't get no loving. That's no lie. We spend the night in Frisco. But every kind of
Do you think Jesus has ever BLJ'd? Wait, like the... that thing?